Hello and welcome to my short video on the kit that I use whilst walking, hiking and camping across Dartmoor. It's not a kit review, it's just to show you the different items that I use. Now obviously a lot of it you've seen before, people have done in-depth detailed reviews. That's not my aim, it's just to show you what I use and what works for me. So I'll get started. I'll just show you the items individually, and then what I will do is I will bag it all up in its dry bags and put it into its backpack. I will weigh it all inside the backpack as one unit so we can see what the total weight is, and although I'll give you the weight, it will not include water and it will not include food. All this gear, all the items I have here is what I plan to use on my next walk, which will be on Dartmoor soon. It's called the Dartmoor Perambulation Way. It's 50 miles and I plan to do it in 3 days. I'm also doing it as a sponsored walk, raising money for Cancer Research UK. I thought it fitted very well as my mum has recently died from cancer. So I thought I'll do this walk for her and try and raise money at the same time. So if any of you would like to contribute, make a donation, then at the end of this video I will put up the contact details for you to be able to sponsor me if you do so wish. Right, first of all I will show you the backpack that I use. It's a Osprey Zenith 75 litre. I haven't had it long, I got it in May. It's a great bag, very lightweight, loads and loads of storage room. So on the front we have a stretchy pocket here, also clips up closed with an adjustable strap. There is loops for ice picks if you go out in the ice and snow, etc. There's plenty of stretchy bungees to attach equipment to. Nice big deep stretchy pockets both sides. It's a lovely bag to use. Loads of compression straps all over the place. The hood is detachable. That can come off and can be used as a bum bag if you want to carry little items. So yeah, so it's a really good bag. I really enjoy it. Like I said, it's not a proper kit review, just to show you what items I use. If you do want any more of the information on the kit that I use, then do feel free to ask and I will do it at a later date. Right, what I call my odds and sods, what I carry on the top of my pack. First aid kit. It's I bought it as one complete set. I've taken bits and pieces out of it, added a few extra bits and pieces for myself. Very lightweight in its own little dry bag, and it's also, everything else is also individually wrapped inside. So there's that one. I carry a small lock knife, useful for many things, obviously cutting. But also use it to dig a hoe if I need to do a number 2 up on the moors. So yeah, very useful. Probably a bit heavier than I need, but yeah, handy piece of kit. Also hand sanitizer. I use that, just a little bottle, take that with me. Very good. Oops, never mind. Torches. Just carry this little LED torch. I also hang that inside the tent for night times if I need it. It's my backup torch, and like I said, I do hang it up inside the tent. I also have a head torch which I use. It's not a very good one, this one. I do plan to replace it, but while it's going I will use that. And obviously I carry spare batteries as well. I also carry some purifier tablets just in case, but I do use another water system but this is just as a backup, just in case. You know, it's small, it doesn't take up much room, it's very light, so yeah, I'll carry that as a backup just in case. Inside a Ziploc bag, baby wipes, very useful for you know, just wiping off your hands, etc. Also cleans out your pots and pans. So yeah, carry that. So that normally goes into the top pouch of my backpack, along with toilet paper, etc., which is always in a dry bag. So that goes into the top pouch on my backpack. Also, woolly hat, some warm gloves, not waterproof, but I have found that whilst out wearing them, that if your hands do get wet, they do still stay warm, and they dry very quickly as well. So very impressed with those. Those are called Extremities. Windstoppers, not sure who they're made by, does it say? Yeah, it's yeah, they're made by Terra Nova equipment, so yeah, recommend those. Got a bit extra grip on the palms and on the fingers, but nice gloves. Also, neck scarf, there is a proper name for it. You can make it into a hat, a balaclava, all sorts of different things. I wear this when it gets windy. I stick it over my head to cover up my ears. My ears do not like the wind. For some reason they really hurt, so I do use this quite a lot when it's windy. But it is also very good for keeping the heat in. So I do use that and take that with me as well. So all of that goes into a separate dry bag, and that's kept into an easily accessible pocket on the outside of the backpack, easy to get to if I need it. Also, a rain cover. I use this for the backpack as well. I do use dry bags for everything. Everything's done separately into dry bags, but I also use this. It stops the bag from getting wet, makes it keep drier, also helps to protect it against dirt if the ground's wet and you're putting it down, etc, etc. Also put my backpack inside this at night times inside the tent, you know, in the porch area. Just helps to protect the bag, keeps the water off the bag, so if you are walking in the rain, then it keeps the moisture off your bag, so therefore hopefully reducing the weight because your bag's not soaking up moisture. Waterproofs, waterproof trousers. These are Berghaus Packlight, Gore-Tex, absolutely fantastic trousers. I've never had water go through them. I've been out in some torrential rain. Absolutely brilliant, lightweight, compact, very nice and small, come in their own little mesh bag. Can't recommend them enough really, but you know, I'm sure there's others on the market, everybody has their own preferences, but yeah, really good set of waterproof trousers. Coats, right, coats. I use Paramount. Now, I used to wear a Berghaus jacket, Gore-Tex, but I found I sweated so much in that I'd just as well get rained on. So somebody said, oh, I looked at these and I hadn't, so I bought one to try one. I'm really impressed. I've been out with this and the rain was absolutely driving sideways. It was pouring down. And yes, I did get a bit wet. At first sort of 20 minutes it started coming through, started feeling damp, and I thought I'm going to chuck this in the bin when I get home. But throughout the day, even though I was wet, I stayed very warm. And a friend of mine who was wearing Gore-Tex, not sure of the make of the jacket, we both stopped for dinner, and while we were stopped for dinner I noticed my friend was shaking like a leaf. Anyway, she was soaked right through, even though she was wearing Gore-Tex, but she was cold. She couldn't get warm. So, you know, this does go to show that even though I was wet, the jacket still kept me warm. Once it stopped raining and the wind got up, then it dried out, and I dried out too. So yeah, it is different. It takes a bit of getting used to, but it's yeah, I really like it. Nice bit of kit. Just wash it and reproof it every now and again. Really nice. The hood's a nice size as well. It snugs down. Yeah, really impressed with that. I was that impressed with it. After a while, reading up on a few of their other products, I bought this one as well. And this is a smock, Paramount smock. Now, it's totally different than the other one. This one's not waterproof, it's shower proof. I use it a bit like you would a down jacket. When I'm stopped, if I'm feeling a bit chilly, I'll chuck this over the top of my jacket. Night times I'll put this on. It's really warm, it keeps the wind out, and if you do get an odd light shower, it doesn't matter, it doesn't get wet, or if it does get wet, it doesn't matter, it soon dries out. Really impressed with it. You know, and also what I have found is if I have got wet through, then once I get in the tent, I chuck this on. Within 10 minutes I'm feeling dry. The jacket seems to just draw the moisture out of, you know, whatever you're wearing. So yeah, I really do highly recommend that one as well. But each and every one to their own. So you know, if you know anyone who's got one, just try using it, see if you like it. Again, that I carry in my backpack, and that sits in its own dry bag. Now, clothes. Right, now on this trip I'm going to carry some spare clothes. It's not going to be much. I'm going to have a pair of nighttime socks, smart wool socks. So these can be for night times, and I'll also wear these on the last day as well. So I've got a clean pair of change of socks to keep my feet warm at night if needed. Spare pair of boxers, and I will also be carrying a fleece. It's just a Berghaus lightweight fleece. Not much to say on that really. It's lightweight, does the job. If you're feeling a little bit chilly at night time, you can just put it on. Yeah, nice fleece. And also I wear smart wool shirts. This is the spare one that I'll be carrying with me. This one's got long sleeves. The one that I will wear is short sleeves. But yeah, it's very good. Doesn't smell if you've had to wear it for a few days. Nice and warm. So yeah, so that's the spare clothes that I'll be taking with me. I'm not going to carry trousers. Trousers I wear, they're very lightweight. If they get wet, they're very quick drying. So I'm not going to carry any spare trousers with me. Sleep system. I use this. It's sleeping bag liner, cocoon, Egyptian cotton. Very nice, nice feeling to it. Very lightweight, compact, helps keep sleeping bag dry as well. So that's part of the sleep system. Sleeping bag. It's an Out Kitt Pipe Dream 400. I've had it for quite a while. Absolutely fantastic sleeping bag, very lightweight, compresses down very, very small. I've used it down to -1. Was a tad chilly, but not uncomfortable. So yeah, really, really highly recommend these. They are hard to get hold of, but I was lucky to get hold of this one. The writing's starting to come off a little bit, but it has had quite a bit of use, this one. It's down, very, very warm, very, very light. Real nice piece of kit. Also, I use for my sleeping mat, I use now this is new, I've only used it a couple of times. It's an X-Ped Sinmat Ultralight 7. It's a medium. fantastic. Very easy to blow up, deflates very quickly. The size of it is, well, it's tiny compared to my old one. I mean, my old one, bought from Go Outdoors, I think it was their own make. When rolled up, it's, well, twice, if not a bit more volume than this one. It takes up a lot of room and it's very heavy and it's uncomfortable compared to this. I mean, when you blow this up, you know, you've got a good 2.5 inches between you and the floor. When you're laying on your side, you put your elbows down. You know, I sleep on my side. On this, your hip doesn't hit the deck, whereas in the other one which I had, it did. It was very, very uncomfortable. Absolutely chuffed to bits with that. Can't recommend it highly enough. So yeah, so there's that. Pillow. There's a bargain. I think I paid £1.25 for it. Milestone Camping. Just a blow up pillow. Plastic on one side. Cottony, velvety, whatever you want to call it, on the other side. Very cheap. But yeah, does the job. Right, tent. Right. I have two tents, but I'll be using the Acto on this expedition hike camp. Completely standard. I don't use a ground sheet under it. I just check the ground, make sure there's no stones, no thorns, sticks, anything that can damage the ground sheet. The only thing that is extra in there, I've changed some of the pegs, so I think I keep 4 in there for the base, which is the Hilleberg ones, and I have some extra out kit ones which I've added to it. They're lightweight, they're longer. Besides that, I do carry, there's an extra 4 pegs in there, and there's also a bit of paracord in there as well, just in case. But yeah, great tent, many reviews on that, so you know, not the lightest, but a great tent, I can't fault it. So, but yeah, so right, what else? Right, I've also got my cook set that I use, and a water system. Right, I use a drink safe travel tap. Very good bit of kit. I don't carry much water when I'm walking. I fill this before I leave home. Take this with me, and as it starts to get low, I'm headed by a stream, I then fill it up. It filters it for you. Brilliant bit of kit, easy to use. But yeah, like I say, I do carry the sterilising tablets just in case. You know, if I was to lose this, I've got a backup. Or, you know, if I was to break it somehow, can't see how. I mean, it's so flexible. Yeah, it's a really good bit of kit. Take it with me on Dartmoor all the time. So even when I'm just doing a day hike, I take it with me. It saves me carrying water. I just top up as I need it. So there's that one. I use a 2 litre platypus bag. I take this with me. I take that empty, and then like I said, I'm always carrying water in this one. So you know, I carry this with me. It's empty. When I go to stop at night times, I just filter it out of here and into here. Fill this one up. It's 2 litres. We can get 2.5 in there quite easily. And then I've got this one which carries about 800 ml. So you know, there's about 3 litres of water there. That does my evening meals, my drinks, my breakfast, and then in the morning I just fill this one back up and off I go. And I fill it throughout the day as I go. You know, there's a lot of water about on Dartmoor, so I don't struggle for water anywhere. Also, I carry a little slip mat. This is a Trackmates, very cheap. I don't like sitting on wet damp grass, so you know, unfold this, plonk this down, and I'll sit on that one. So I'll carry that one with me. Right, I've got windshield which goes around my stove. It's a little foldable, collapsible windshield. Not the lightest in the world, but it does the job. Very cheap. Keep it in this little pack. Stops any sharp edges then, you know, which can damage anything else that's inside your pack. So I'll keep it in there. This is an Kitt spoon, titanium, very light. Take that everywhere. I normally take a knife and a fork as well, but for this walk I'm only taking only taking this spoon with me. I'm going to be using pre-packed food. Just boil the water and add water to it. I've yet to decide what make. I've got to try a few out. So I'll be looking at that at a bit of a later date. Unless of course anyone can recommend anything that's very good, then you know, please feel free to drop me a line. Pots, etc. Again, it's Kitt gear, very good. This is their mug. It's $4.50 I think. Yeah, Kitt titanium, $4.50. Don't know if you can see that, but that one I use for my mug. Inside here I've got an MSR stove. It's not a pocket rocket, it's the next one down, the next smaller one. Can't remember what it's called, but nice little stove. It packs up nice and small, easy to get the arms out, etc. Like most modern stoves today. Nice, easy little bit of kit to use. Never failed me yet. But yeah, very good. And you know, it packs up very nice and small. Comes in its own little case, so you know it's a good bit of kit. Also, it comes with its own little starter, little electronic starter. Again, not had a problem with that, but I do carry a spare lighter with me anyway. So yeah, very good. Chuck that in there, put that away in a minute. Right, also I've got saucepan and lid Kitt. A few other little bits and pieces. Right, within the saucepan there's a small little microfiber towel and a sponge. I use a sponge for cleaning up. Use a little microfiber towel, obviously cleaning up as well. Also, if I get any water or any drips inside my tent from getting in and out while it's wet, it mops it up. Yeah, good, small, lightweight. So there's a sponge for washing up with. So carry a little stand which the gas cylinder goes into. I like to use this because it gives it extra stability. Now this is the size of the canister I'll be using for my trip. It's 230 grams. It's a full one. But yeah, so that will last me. So, and the saucepan, titanium Kitt again. Now this is a 1/350 size. This one. Don't know if it'll pick it up or not. Maybe. But very, very lightweight. Very nice pan. Right, so that's the kit that I'm going to be taking with me. This will all be carried in my backpack. Obviously the waterproof jacket. If it's raining I'll be wearing that. If it's driving it'll be in the backpack. So that's pretty much everything. Obviously there's still food to go in there, and obviously water. Like I say, I only carry 800ml inside the travel tap. If there's anything else that you can think of that I may need or should take, then you know, please let me know. Or if there's anything you think that I can do without to cut the weight down, then again please let me know. I mean, in addition to what you can see, the only other things, there will be a mobile phone. There is my camera, which is on the tripod at the moment. and also I'll be taking a tripod, not the one that I normally take. I'm looking for a small, compact, lightweight one to take with me, so if anybody has any pointers on what to buy, where to buy from, again please let me know. And what I'll do now is I'll pack all this up into its individual bags, put it in the backpack, and I'm going to weigh it. So once it's all packed up, I'll let you have a look at the volumes and sizes, etc. And then we'll stick it in the backpack and we'll see what it all comes to. Alright, see you in a minute. Right, I've packed everything up into its individual bags, so I'll just run through what we've got and you can see sizes, etc. I'm not going to weigh everything individually. I will put it in the backpack and weigh the whole backpack so as I get an idea of the weight. I've never weighed it before, so I don't know what it all comes to, but there are a couple of things that will have to be added. Like I say, there's the camera, there's the mobile phone. I also use a sat map GPS system. That's my backup. I mainly use map and compass. I'll be taking the map and compass as well. So there are a few extra things, toothbrush, toothpaste, a couple of little bits to take which will be adding weight, but the main weight that will be added will be food. So but this will give me an idea of the basic weight of everything that I think that I need. But like I said, if you can think of anything else, then please give us a shout and let me know if you think there's something that I'm taking that I could do away with to save on weight, and also let me know as well. Right, so what have we got? We have got this is my X-Bed sleeping mat. Also inside there is my pillow, and also there is my sleeping bag liner. Next to it is my sleeping bag, the Kitt Pipe Dream 400. Beside that is the Hilleberg Acto tent. Taking the pegs and poles out, I pack it individually. Also we've got in the blue bag is my spare clothes. Now I push all the air out and flatten them down, and then I can mould them as I put them into the backpack. Beside that is the Paramo smock, one that I use for extra warmth if needed. So that's packed in its own dry bag. Over here, in here is my hat, gloves, scarf, my waterproof trousers, and head torch, a few extra little bits and bobs that gets packed loose into the top. The waterproof bag or liner to go on the outside of the backpack. A few little bits and pieces up there. The travel tap, just to show you a difference in size. I mean, the travel tap, even the travel tap is about the same size as the sleeping mat. Compare that to the Kitt 400. It's everything's compact, pretty small as you can get it, I think. Obviously there are smaller items on the market, a bit lighter as well, but this all seems to work for me. So pretty chuffed with all the bits and pieces I've bought. So mind you, I've had it for a while, but when I did first start, I went to go outdoors and just bought what I thought, and I've replaced things, outward things, save weight, save volume. So right, anyway, we'll get this all packed up, and we'll see what it weighs. So just bear with me. Right, let's have a look, see what we can do. Right, let's have a look. Right, everyone packs their rucksacks differently. There's loads of information on the YouTube on how best to pack rucksacks, but I do mine my own way. Works for me. Right, in the very bottom, little compartment in the bottom, I always put my tent in there. The reason I do this is because it's a separate compartment. It's, you know, the first thing which comes out, so I can set up if it's pouring down with rain, and everything else can go inside, including myself, to keep dry while I unpack. So the tent goes into the bottom, and also, you know, when you're packing up, take your tent down last and it can go into a separate compartment. Right, so that's the main body of the tent in. Pegs go in a minute, and the poles, etc. So yes, that goes in there like so. Right, I'll just pull the camera away a bit so as you can see what I'm doing, putting in. Right, let's have a look. Right, next thing I'll put in is my sleeping bag. So and again, that goes right across the width. Give it a bit of a push down. There it goes. Right, then what I do is I put my tent pegs in. And the pump. So push it right down into the corner. Sits there. I'll probably topple off in a minute. Right, so next thing, my smock goes in. And then my spare clothes. Push that all down. Right, next up is my sleep mat. This goes on the outside. A bit of air pushed in there. That's just a bit of air out. Squeeze that down a bit more. Do it back up. Hook that on the top. Hopefully the stuff is falling off of it. Right. Next up, cooking gear. Right, now I like to keep my cooking gear near the top. The reason for that being is I like to stop for lunch, and I normally do myself some noodles and have a chocolate bar. So I like to keep my cooking gear handy, so it does go near the top, and so does my food. So just put that one in, my mug. Inside my mug is my little stove. It's the MSR, not the pocket rocket, the micro rocket, remember its name. So then that one goes in. Now I keep my platypus bag, keep that in the stretchy panel at the front. And then what I do when I fill it up, it also goes in here as well, so there's plenty of room, and because I don't carry it far, it doesn't matter when it's near the outside of the pack. Right, hat, gloves, scarf. I always put these in an easily accessible pocket on the outside. So again, got a bit more air in there than I normally would have. That squeezes into there, well, goes in there very easily. And again, my waterproof trousers, they sit in there as well. So that keeps that more handy on the outside, easy to get to. And on the other pocket on the other side, loads of room, it's huge. What I do there is this is the guard which goes around the stove, the wind guard. That one sits in there, and then there's my little set mat. Put that one in there as well. And then there's that easy to get to without disrupting anything else. Travel tap. Always keep this on the outside. Got a strap, you can wear it, carry it, but I always put it in the stretchy pocket in the rucksack. So that one sits down here. Just continue to that compression strap in a minute. There, that one sits in there. Right, other bits and pieces. Okay, what we got? Right, the very top pocket. That's where I put the waterproof liner for the rucksack. That one just fits in there. It sits right on the top. First thing to get to if it starts raining, as well as my waterproof trousers. And you've got another pocket inside there, and that's where I put all my odds and sods. Refined tablets, head torch, backup torch, also one I put in the tent, spare batteries. It's huge, this pocket. Keep going. First aid kit. Toilet paper, knife, hand wipes, hand sanitizer, yeah, anything else, odds and sods that you want to carry. It's like massive. So that's that really, that's everything in there. Right, now there's bags and bags and bags of room in there, so I'll just show you. Well, see, I've got to get my food and everything in there, but you know, there's plenty of room. That's the 75 litre one. Now what I have also got is the I've got a Hilleberg Janu, and obviously there's my winter sleeping bag as well, which is it's a Snug Pack Chrysalis, something like that. 5 season or 4 season sleeping bag. There's a lot more volume. Tent's, you know, a lot more volume. The sleeping bag's a lot more volume, and I squeeze all that in there, plus, you know, food as well. And this backpack carries it all, and it places the weight so well that you know, after 10 minutes of having it on, you almost forget that you've got it on. So that's everything I'm going to be carrying pretty much. Obviously there's the camera, tripod, mobile phone, sat mat, that'll be carried, food, and obviously there's, you know, there's going to be a bit of water as well. You know, 100 ml of water which I'll carry. But just to get an idea of the weight, well, stay still.